Imagine, for a moment, that Wall Street isn't just a place of numbers and charts, but a living, breathing city. Every day, this city tells a story. Some days, the story is a quiet one, a gentle hum of business as usual. And other days, a giant wakes up. Today was one of those days. While the old industrial heartland of the city, the Dow Jones, seemed to fall quiet, almost holding its breath, something else was happening. In the glittering, futuristic tech district, a rocket was preparing for launch. A story was unfolding that wasn't just about stocks and bonds, but about the very future we're building. This is the story of a market divided. A story of a titan reaching for the heavens, and what it all means for you. So, let's walk through the main boulevards of our market city today. First, we have the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Think of this as the city's seasoned, reliable core. Today, it was quiet. The usual hustle and bustle was gone, ending the day almost exactly where it started. It felt like a pause, a moment of contemplation for the giants of industry and finance. But then, you turn a corner, and you're looking at the S&P 500. This is the sprawling metropolis, representing a huge slice of the American economy. And here, the story was different. There was a quiet confidence, an upward creep, inching ever so closely to its all-time high. It was like watching a skyscraper being built, floor by floor, nearing that final spire that touches the clouds. The city was growing, even if its old heart was quiet. But the real noise, the real energy, was coming from the NASDAQ. The tech-heavy, forward-looking district of our city. It was lit up, buzzing with electricity, and leading the entire market forward with a confident surge. It was clear that today, the story wasn't about the old guard, it was about the new. And at the very center of that buzzing tech hub was one name, on everyone's lips, lighting up every screen: NVIDIA. NVIDIA didn't just rise today, it erupted. Its stock didn't just climb, it soared, blasting off to a new record high. This wasn't just a stock moving, this was a statement. So, what's the fuel for this rocket ship? First, there's the deafening roar of demand. The entire world is in a race, an AI arms race, and NVIDIA is the world's #1 arms dealer. They build the chips, the powerful brains that power artificial intelligence, and the hunger for this technology is insatiable. But that's not the only thing powering this ascent. There are whispers in the financial district. Whispers that the Federal Reserve, the city's central bank, might soon make money cheaper to borrow. These whispers of lower interest rates are like a tailwind for a company like NVIDIA, pushing it ever higher. And finally, on the distant horizon, a storm has calmed. A ceasefire brokered between Iran and Israel has lowered the global political temperature, allowing investors to breathe a collective sigh of relief and get back to the business of growth. It was the perfect combination of elements, the perfect fuel for an incredible launch. Of course, in a city this big, there are always other stories unfolding in the side streets. We heard another hero's tale from Micron Technology, another crucial player in the chip-making saga, which reported its own record-breaking sales. This wasn't just NVIDIA's story, it was a tale of the entire tech sector's strength. But with every hero's tale, there's often a cautionary one. And today, that came from Tesla. The electric car pioneer hit a roadblock, with news of its European sales skidding for the 5th month in a row. A stark reminder that even in a booming district, not every tower can reach the sky. And looking out from the highest floor, we can see some clouds gathering in the distance. The OECD, a global economic watchdog, has slightly dimmed its view of U.S. growth for next year, hinting that trade tensions could cause some turbulence. And everyone, absolutely everyone, is waiting for the next big report on inflation. That report will be the next chapter in our story. A chapter that could determine if the city's central bank finally gives the green light for growth, or hits the brakes. So, as the closing bell rings and the lights of our market city dim for the night, we're left with a powerful image, an old industrial heartland taking a well-deserved rest, while a new technological titan blazes a trail across the sky. It's a story of transition, of power shifting, and of the incredible forces shaping our world. But this story is far from over. The question is, what do you think happens in the next chapter? Is Nvidia's flight sustainable? Will the Dow wake from its slumber? I truly want to know what you think, so leave your thoughts in the comments below. So today, what a ride! The stock market started strong, had a ton of energy, and then, just like that, it lost steam. But one giant name absolutely took off, Nvidia. So, in this video, I'll break down what happened at the market close today, why Nvidia is stealing the spotlight, and what this all means for your money, whether you're investing, trading, or just curious about where things are headed next. Let's jump in. So, here's the quick summary. The Dow Jones, it kinda just coasted today. Flat. It had some early momentum but ended the session almost exactly where it started. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq? They tried to rally, especially earlier in the day, but they couldn't hold onto their gains. We're seeing a tug of war out there. On one side, you've got investors feeling optimistic, thinking we might see rate cuts from the Federal Reserve sooner than expected. But on the other side, there's still hesitation. Global tensions, inflation worries, it's all still bubbling beneath the surface. Now let's talk about the real star of today's show, Nvidia. This company, already one of the biggest players in the world, just hit a new all-time high. Their stock closed above $154 per share. That's right, a new record. It's absolutely dominating the AI space right now. Every time Nvidia rises, it feels like the whole AI sector gets a shot of adrenaline. And this isn't just a fluke. Nvidia's growth is being fueled by massive demand for its chips. The ones that power everything from ChatGPT to autonomous vehicles and cloud computing. When a company like Nvidia soars this hard, it sends a signal. Investors are saying, yep, AI is real. It's here to stay, and we want in. But not everything in the market is glowing like Nvidia's chart today. Other sectors didn't have the same energy. We're still seeing a lot of caution, especially because people are watching what the Federal Reserve might do next. There's been talk of rate cuts coming as early as this fall. That kind of move would usually boost stocks across the board. But investors are nervous, it's like we're all waiting for confirmation. Add in the ongoing global tensions, like rising unrest in the Middle East, and people are understandably hesitant to go all in. Alright, let's break it down with the numbers. The Dow ended flat. Not terrible, not great, just indecisive. The S&P 500 hovered, barely moving. The Nasdaq? Same story. Up early, then back down as the day wore on. And then there's Nvidia, soaring over 4% on the day. That move alone helped keep the broader indexes from turning red. So what does this mean for you and me? Well, first off, if you're an AI believer, Nvidia's breakout is kind of a proof point. The market clearly sees potential, and is willing to pay a premium for it. But if you're more of a cautious investor, you might be wondering if now is the time to stay defensive. And honestly, that's fair. Rate policy, inflation, wars, these things don't just disappear overnight. Even though today was mostly flat, we could see a lot more volatility ahead. This might be the moment to reassess your game plan. Are you overweight tech? Are you diversified? Do you have some cash ready in case of a pullback? These are the questions worth asking right now. Looking ahead to next week, we've got a few things to watch. Fed speeches. Any hint about rates could spark movement. More AI earnings. Watch companies like AMD and Microsoft. Macro headlines. Anything from inflation data to global events could shake things up.